set to go from Detroit as Matt Prater approaches and booms it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On the return, here's Agnew. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. That punt return 66 yards, and it goes the distance. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense. Like, look, don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 8 coming up. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. It's brought in by Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Space to maneuver. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And some room to roam now. Stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one 28 yards on the ground. You got to give him the football again here. He gets the big run down to the 2. Pay it off.
I like it. I like the call, but here's always the question. How many times do we see the big runs and a guy pats his helmet and says, take me out? Why would you?
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Brees going to throw. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Gain of 13.
2 veterans, Brees to Sanders there for a Saints 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Saints are back within a score.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gain of 7.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
At the 26-yard line.
This one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Lions. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Swift, the ball carrier.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Happy for the Detroit Lions to get DeAndre Swift in the 2nd round. Felt bad for the young man because I thought he was the best running back in the draft, and he lasted until the 2nd round. What's happened for him? Running backs, I hate to use the word devalued, but people aren't going to take them quite as high right now, and he's in that cycle. But I think the Lions really benefited. This guy can cut, burst, run with power, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. I really like him, and he was my #1 running back.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Stafford. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Stafford. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now Drake loses the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
This funny, partner, you often hear how tough it is for a rookie receiver to adjust to the NFL. I think the same is true for tight ends. You're asking them to do a lot in the NFL game with the additional blocking that many of them didn't have to do in college. And T.J. Hockenson, he was a #8 overall pick in 2019 and had a good rookie season with 32 catches. I expect that number to go way up as he gets more comfortable.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Breeze. He'll set up the screen to Drake. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Complete to Kenyon Drake. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second down at 4. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running, it's Drake. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. To throw is Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Here's Breeze to throw. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
22-yard line.
Second and 11. Breeze now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
There defensively.
Second and 10. To throw again. Stafford.
So far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the...
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
5-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Swift. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
At the 24-yard line.
They'll run here with Balaj. Able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Breeze. Able to find Harris, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
A gain of 50.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now Balaj. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Breeze now to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Kalen Balaj, as the first half is winding down. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit.
Is good.
And his kick is right through.
Lions 24. Saints 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions add on to their lead.
That is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
Return. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think
he's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 21. He'll throw from the gun. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford will get the first down and more inside the 20. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 37-yard line.
They run it with Balaj.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for first and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. The Sanders is good. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Saints 20.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this carries into the end zone. They're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
On first down, it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
On second down, Swift. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. On first and 10, it's Swift. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
Now punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Breeze now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Balazs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pull.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kalen Balazs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Lions 38, Saints 27.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up
so 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Dante Fowler. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He's brought down at the...
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's got room. There he goes right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Kalen Ballage, 33 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
35.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st down, Swift. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Swift. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal. One more time with Swift. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Stafford now to throw. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Lions 45, Saints 35. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First down, Saints.
Breeze now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Josh Hill.
Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And the Saints, first down.
Back to throw, Breeze. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Complete.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Gain of 18.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. That keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Today's final score,
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they also will